They like trap music, but that's not me. They like pop music, but that's not me. I'm the baby face that will put you in your place, set you up, take it safe, then vanish without a trace. They like Balenciaga, but that's not me. They like Dolce Gabbana, but that's not me. I'm the baby face that will put you in your place, take your girl to your face.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros are the rumors floating around that Terence Crawford is in negotiations with Manny Pacquiao for a fight in June. And so basically, we're going to give our thoughts on that and conclude with, do you think the fight is going to happen? I'm going to start this one off with my man, Trill Dollar Bill.
Hey, well, listen, my daughters will tell you if you stomp and you pout enough and you cry enough, you probably get what you want. You know, this is the fight TC wanted. You know, and he's been calling out Manny Pacquiao for so long. Even all the TC fans, they wanted this fight also. You know, this is the fight TC wanted. And I'm hearing that, you know, they're in negotiation, but I heard this before. You know, I heard that they was talking about fighting before. I don't know, like how I feel. Manny Pacquiao can do what he want to do. You know, if he want to fight Terence Crawford, so be it. But I don't feel like he has to fight a Terence Crawford. You know, I think Manny has did enough in this sport. You know that he can write his own pathway wherever he want to go. That's how I feel.
All right, 100. All right, G.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna happen. I know that Terrence was like, he had, I think it was on Twitter, he was like, I have a big announcement to make, you know, and obviously it ain't Spence. So it's like, it ain't Keith Thurman, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, who's a big announcement in this division? You know what I mean? It had to be Manny Pacquiao. So I think Manny is I'll say this, I love this fight, you know, and to me, I know Manny, he's in recess, right? So what happens if he beats TC? When he comes back to that Ugas belt, what happens? Does that go back to Manny, or how does that work?
I would hope that if he does fight Terence Crawford,
he gets to fight for that.
Oh, okay. So all right. So he's not still that champion.
I don't know. What I was going to say was I hope he would be able to petition to become WBA champion again, because he would be fighting before Ugas was fighting. And the reason why they took the belt from him was because of inactivity, but he's active. And not only is he being active, he's fighting another champion. So it would essentially be a unification bout, which would benefit Manny Pacquiao and Terence Crawford. So hopefully he would be able to just petition to get his belt back, which is why I have an issue with emailing people the belts in the first place. But,
yeah. So, and, you know, I'm a Ugas fan, but it is what it is. Ugas, you got to understand, Pacquiao come first, bro. You know what I'm saying? So then that'll be unification, and then it'd be whoever wins that fight with Spence for undisputed. You know what I mean? So I think this is great, you know, for the welterweight division. So please, man, make this happen. Please. Like Pacquiao, TC, just everybody sign on the dotted line and make this happen ASAP, man.
I just wanted to clear it real quick. I remember the episode where we spoke about it, Kate, and you was reading the what the WBA said. They said that Manny Pacquiao, if he did decide to come back, that he would have the right to fight for that belt.
Yeah.
Right? And if yeah, that's what the WBA was saying. Like they took it because of a time lapse.
Yeah, but Ugas hasn't fought yet. So
yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Hopefully he can petition and say, you stripped me because time lapsed and I was inactive, but now I'm actually active. I'm active before Ugas is even fighting, and I'm fighting another champion. So this would be a unification bout. Can I have my belt back? Like, do I still need to fight Ugas? Like, he never should have been emailed the belt in the first place.
I was just about to say, this is why you don't email nobody the belt. You know what I'm saying?
But I can't get mad at the governing body for making that decision, but this is an opportunity where Ugas hasn't fought yet. So it's like, Ugas, yo, we love you, but
So he take his post down with him holding the belt there. We gotta take the post.
It's what it is, bro. It's just like, yo, it is what it is. You be all right. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry.
He get it immediate.
Get mandatory down the line.
Somewhere.
Get mandatory in the year. So he be all right. But was that me still?
Things you yeah.
Oh no, I'm pretty much done. Oh well, I'm just saying it's a great fight. Make it happen, because then now we can finally get undisputed at 147. So, you know, TC either gets the belt or Pacquiao gets TC's belt, and he can bring it back to PBC to get an undisputed, or we could just finally get ESPN and PBC to work together for 147 to make undisputed, man. So either which way, it's a win-win for everybody, especially the boxing fans.
TBE.
Man, if Pacquiao versus TC happens, that'd be a dope fight. I'm not mad at it. I love to see it. Hopefully it happens. Hopefully TC doesn't get his hope up like Ryan Garcia, but you know, and if they fight, I think it's dope. I think Pacquiao's he's different. He built different. He's a I lost the word I was looking for, but let me say this. I say with Ugas getting the belt or whatever they did with putting Pacquiao in champion in recess, if Spence and Ugas were to fight before the Thurman and TC, I still think it's just setting up whoever is the winner of Pacquiao and Thurman, Crawford. It's just setting up versus Spence, because it's gonna just unify the belt. Where Spence beats Ugas, he's the mandatory, or you got to fight Spence just to get official status of being the champion of that belt. Is it WBA? What belt does Pacquiao have right
now? Pacquiao WBA, the one Ugas has.
So yeah, it would just like put them in mandatory status to fight Spence for that, just to get reclaim status of being champion for that belt. So that's how I've seen that playing out. So either way, you know, last week we talked about TC saying that the talks with Spence is done. He's not fighting Spence. I think if that fight goes through with Ugas, it's automatic. It's like you have to fight him now. So if he fights Pacquiao, however it plays out, if they fight before Spence and Ugas, then maybe it doesn't. But after, it's still, I think the roads here lead to Spence. So that's it.
I think, like what you said, Ned, if Spence collects the WBA title, he's going to have 3 belts. And I think that's going to make it more difficult for the Crawford fight to happen, because if he has 3 belts, you already know that he's going to want exactly the split's going to be, his offer is going to be what it's going to be. And if Crawford doesn't take it, it's going to be like, well, I got the 3 belts. In the end, we want to see them in the ring. But I feel like if Spence has 3 belts to Crawford's 1, it's going to make it more difficult. However, if Crawford has 2 and he has 2 and Crawford beats Manny Pacquiao, I feel like 50-50 is just done. It should just be done. Like, I don't want to hear nothing. Done. You got 2. He got 2. You beat all these names. He beat Manny Pacquiao. Look, make it happen. And then I feel like it should be no issue. So I actually feel like the WBA needs to go to TC in order for us to get that mega fight. But I'm sorry, go ahead, bro. You gonna say something? Yeah. I thought you were gonna say something. You can, all right. You know, the old lyric, I didn't think it was much. Like when I was younger and I was a snobby backpack hip hop head. You know, when Diddy said the line, "You ain't gotta like me, you just mad because I tell it how it is and you tell it how it might be." That's some of you TC fanboys. You don't like me because I tell it how it is and you tell it how it might be. You guys come up with all the speculation, all this nonsense. All I'm calling out is simple facts. So here goes some more, right? Manny Pacquiao's 42 years old. Manny Pacquiao became the oldest man to win the welterweight championship when he beat Keith Thurman in July of 2019. if they fight in June, this 42-year-old man would have been off for basically 2 years before he fights the quote-unquote #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. And if TC beats him, y'all are all gonna do a up and down, jump up and down, and say TC's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Terence Pootie Crawford. That's why I named him that. He's gonna be the greatest thing ever, right? But if Spence would have done it, you would have been highlighting Manny Pacquiao's inactivity. You would have been highlighting his age. You would have been highlighting all the wars that he's been in, including his most recent fight that kept him out for 2 years. True brings this up all the time. Watch that fight with Thurman. That was a physically taxing fight on both fighters. That's why both of these dudes haven't been in the ring. They both took a beating that night. Both of them took a beating. Okay, that was a great fight, but it was a physically taxing fight on both fighters, especially the guy that's 42 years old. So when people break up Pacquiao's name now, because that seems to be a popular thing, remember, I've been calling this out for the longest time. All these fighters want fame off of Manny Pacquiao's name. Manny Pacquiao is the easiest way to become a superstar. And we did these videos with Ryan Garcia saying he was close to getting a deal done with Manny Pacquiao, and then Manny Pacquiao's team came out and said, this is not true. And I saw something from Paradigm Sports saying that they're not negotiating with Terence Crawford. So again, is this another scenario where Terence Crawford is just trying to get fame off the name, or is he trying to make Spence feel like he has other options? Is this some type of game? I don't know, but I saw an article from Paradigm Sports saying that they're not in negotiations with Terence Crawford. Wouldn't be the first time someone said, wouldn't be the first time someone said they were in negotiations with Manny Pacquiao and it got shot down, right? So when I look at this, I look at Manny Pacquiao. Well, what is Manny Pacquiao saying? I checked Manny Pacquiao's IG and his social media. He's not saying anything about Terence Crawford. He's not saying anything about announcing a fight. However, he is in a fight to stop Asian hate. And in his thing, he's talking about stop Asian hate. And he's saying stop fighting people who can't fight back and fight me. You see, that's what I saw from Manny Pacquiao. I didn't see anything about Terence Crawford. So while we're on the subject of hate, remember, hate is the real virus. So that's the real virus that we need to eradicate. And it seems like Manny Pacquiao is out there saying, stop Asian hate. So that's the fight I see him talking about. Do I believe Terence Crawford and Manny Pacquiao negotiations? It's possible. But I remember Pacquiao saying, like, he needs, like, a certain amount of money and then Crawford can take whatever. I'm not confident that this fight's going to happen, given Manny Pacquiao's relationship with Bob Arum. I'm not confident. TC said he had a big announcement before, remember? And the big announcement was Kell Brook. So remember that. I remember that. He's having a big announcement. We got all excited before, and the big announcement was Kell Brook. So now TC has a big announcement coming up. And we're hearing that they're in the negotiations with Manny Pacquiao. It would shock me to the high heavens if he got to fight with Manny Pacquiao. And I'm closing with this. I've always said I say Manny Pacquiao shouldn't fight anyone. Manny Pacquiao should ride off in the sunset. We wanted him to get Conor, but Conor lost. I always said if Manny Pacquiao fought either Spence or Terence Crawford, I feel like he should fight Terence Crawford. I feel like it's a better fight for him. And I feel like if he beats Terence Crawford, it will put him in contention to be GOAT. So I always said he should take the fight with Terence Crawford. But for all you Crawford heads out there, let's remember, 42 years old, basically 2 years off. Even when he won 2 years ago, he became the oldest man to win the welterweight championship. If Terence Crawford beats him, let's not act like it's some major accomplishment. He beat the oldest man to ever hold a welterweight championship. And although that man's the great Manny Pacquiao, his best years are behind him. And I would be saying the same exact thing about Spence. And in fact, check the tapes. I have said the same exact thing about Spence or anyone who tried to get fame off Manny Pacquiao's name. But the good news is he would get fame off the name and he would get the belt. And if he does all that, and he still doesn't fight Earl Spence for 50-50, can you just admit you smell a duck?
Please like and subscribe. Let us know how you feel in the comment section. And please check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And also check out our podcast on all major streaming services. Just want to let you know, this is Boxing Bros. We don't condone hate of no kind. So shout out to all our Asian boxing bros. Salute.
You're welcome. You're all welcome.